the time we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you.
It's week 4 of the 2022 season, and we'll see Fred Warner. He's coming off an excellent 12-tackle game last week. It's the 49ers and the Rams on Monday Night Prime Time.
It is a part of the country that could definitely use the rain, but it's also going to make for a very wet track tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Tonight, we finish off week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin here with Charles Davis, as always. And CD, you look at the Rams in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now here's Trey Lance leading this 49er offense onto the field. Some very big expectations for the second-year signal caller.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Ready. Learn.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Lance looking to throw it. Being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Now here comes the Los Angeles offense and the man in charge of it in his second season with the team, 14th overall in what's been an impressive career, Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford's first season in Los Angeles could not have gone better as he proved to be the missing piece that brought the Rams a Lombardi trophy. It was a very well-deserved moment for the 13th-year pro who was 12th all-time in yards and touchdowns, but had never experienced a postseason victory before that season. Now, you just call him the Super Bowl champion, and boy did he embrace the Rams offense from the start with almost 5,000 yards and 41 touchdowns in 2021.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. That good for 19 and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense.
And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one good for 37 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line.
Opposite. Green. Black watch. Smith red.
And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing. And that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Lance's throw complete there to McLeod. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First down, here's Mitchell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Excellent effort defensively. Tackle for loss goes to Leonard Floyd.
Check white. Switch. Yellow. Blue. Check. Yellow. Learning.
We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Okay, ready? Ready?
Working from the gun, Lance. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. On the give, this is Akers. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Kick catch interference. Kicking.
That was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Play action. Now it's Lance. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. From the gun, it's Lance. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will remain a scoreless game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he takes it all the way to the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the ground, it's Akers. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. On first down, Stafford here. A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Here's Stafford. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense. I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and it forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Lance. Forced out to his left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down now with that clock rolling. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. These Rams and Niners met 3 times a season ago. The Niners had the Rams numbered in the regular season, winning 31-10 in Santa Clara, and then again 27-24 in overtime in the season's final week. But the Rams got the last laugh in the NFC Championship game with that 20-17 victory. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it. And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And that's caught inside the 35.
Here we go.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. To throw is Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where you see the final score there. Deshaun Watson, excellent in the victory as his guys move to 3-1 after 4 games. We'll stay in the NFC South as we head to Carolina to check on the Panthers. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Christian McCaffrey doing plenty of damage on the ground as he went well over 100 yards in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. Joe Burrow excellent in the victory as his guys move to 3-1 after 4 games. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And despite the big lead, they really did next to nothing throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage. We'll see how aggressive they want to be going forward. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half. Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. So here are the Rams to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10. At about the 32. Throwing is Stafford. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Akers. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Pass rusher extraordinaire. D Ford that time getting the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Here's Riley Dixon now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This is taken at the 15. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Let's focus in on what we gotta do here. Here we go. Ready?
They'll start by running the option to the right. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
On the set.
They run over center with Mitchell. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Lance on the option left. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Lance. And this is going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Los Angeles to the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
It was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Lance to throw it. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Let's focus in. Let's go. We gotta do here.
Desperation time here. Lance. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Now it's Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Back to throw. Stafford. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy. And the 49ers are right back in this football game. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be out of bounds right around the line of scrimmage. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lance. Pass complete. Samuel. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw. Finding Samuel. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. He's got the 1st down and more. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Lance back to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Stafford. And it's knocked away and incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Here's Lance. Got an open man. It's McLeod. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for L.A., that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.